Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Payne Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Sunday morning. Well, with us today is the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, Jim Jordan. And again, we talked to him on Friday. We're talking to him again today, and there's so many things happening. Well, Mr. Chairman, it's Sunday morning. Everybody out there is drinking some coffee. What items do we want to put on the kitchen table this morning?
Well, I think the big issue is, we're in this short-term funding for the Department of Homeland Security, and are the Democrats going to shut the government down when we get to Friday? Because that short-term bill comes due on Friday. We'll see that Democrats put out a list of demands that they want, changes to the Department of Homeland Security and changes to how ICE operates. But what was interesting, John, is nowhere in that list. They had 10 points. It was actually like 20-some things they were asking for, including, getting rid of Kristi Noem, which makes absolutely no sense. But nowhere in that list was the fundamental issue, what's called this detainer issue, and the failure of sanctuary jurisdictions to actually work with federal law enforcement. And I just want to make sure your listeners understand how egregious this is and what's going on in the state of New York. So the way this works is, if there's a local sheriff or local police have a bad guy in their jail, he's been charged with crimes, and he also happens to be an illegal immigrant, ICE will say, oh, you've got this guy there. We know he's done a crime. We know he's here illegally. Here's a detainer notice that we send to you. Do not let this guy out. Or if you're getting ready to let him out, just give us a call. We'll come get him before you release him. And in sanctuary jurisdictions, they do not honor that. And in New York State, 7,000 times they had someone charged with the crime who was also an illegal migrant. 7,000 times they did not work with ICE and released those individuals to the street. That is how ridiculous this is. It's just lack of common sense. And often those guys will go out and commit crimes. We had a situation in a different state, Colorado, where the guy was charged with stealing a car, assaulting someone, was in the jail. He gets the detainer sent there. The gentleman's name was Abraham Gonzalez. All this happens, and they release him to the streets. They actually stamped on the form, released to the streets. ICE agents go to arrest him on the streets. One of the ICE agents is harmed because he attacks the ICE agent. That's what's going on. And until you fix that, you won't solve this. And that's creating this environment that we see in Minneapolis where we have these tragic things happen.
I still don't understand. The good news is that drug deaths are down. But don't they realize that drug deaths are down because President Trump was shooting down those boats coming in from Venezuela?
Yeah. No, all kinds of crime, and all the crime numbers are down. Border secure, crime numbers, murder rates down, fentanyl, all kinds of crime is down because of the good work of our federal law enforcement, the FBI under Kash Patel, the Justice Department for prosecuting people. So, again, that's I think a tribute to the president and what he's done with the border and what our Justice Department has been doing. It would make it so much better, though. You don't have this volatile environment if you actually have local law enforcement, local jurisdictions, not being sanctuary cities, not being sanctuary states, but local jurisdictions and states actually working with federal law enforcement. And again, it's just good common sense. But these left-leaning local governments in Minneapolis or in Minnesota's case, the whole state, just don't want to do that.
Understood. Where else do we go from here? I understand on Friday that Pam Bondi announced that they arrested the person involved in was it Libya?
Yeah, Benghazi. Yeah, the tragedy in Benghazi from now more than a decade ago. So yeah, this is important. President Trump, I think it's like 5 or 6 of the most FBI's most wanted. He is his administration, his Justice Department, his FBI has apprehended these guys in 1 year's time. And I think during Biden, I think maybe they had 1 in 4 years' time, but they've done like 5 or 6 in just a year. Again, a testament to an FBI and a Justice Department that aren't focused on, spying on parents at school board meetings, that aren't focused on going after pro-life Catholics, but are actually focused on getting bad guys off the street.
Understood. Sunday morning, what else would you like to tell all the American people? I mean, it's early. They haven't gone to church yet. Give us something good.
Great country.
Good news.
It's a great country. I always tell folks, God bless the United States. With the greatest nation ever. We've traveled some overseas and neat places, but you thank the good Lord to live here, and so I always appreciate that. What our country offers its citizens, and our job is to just protect the liberties and the principles that make our country special, protect the liberties that we enjoy as Americans, and that's what we're going to continue to focus on.
Understood. Well, thank you so much for coming on this
You
Sunday
bet.
morning, and we'll catch up with you again real soon.
You bet, John. Take care, buddy.
Thank you.
Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now, is right? A lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Payne Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.